All right, at least for me, it's some fun articles have come out this weekend. And the first one I'm going to talk about is the Dominion lawsuit against Fox News. And for those who watch Fox News, you should watch this video and look this up because Fox hosts are lying to you. Not accidentally lying to you in that, oh, we're conservative, so we have to be contrarian to whatever the Democrats say type line. No, they fully know that they are lying to you. Now, for those who are unaware, Dominion is suing Fox for defamation. Let's see here. How is it actually? Fox News and Fox. Blah, 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 blah. Let me talk. All right. So, where is it saying? Dominion is suing Fox for defamation, seeking $1.6 billion in damages, alleging the network knowingly aired false information about its software based on competitive and political pressure. So, which means that they were worried about losing viewers and they were afraid of Trump. Those are the two main pressures. Now, Fox is alleging that Dominion is just cherry picking quotes and that they've been doing their due diligence just like any other network. Except that no other network has Trump's ear the way Fox News does. Nor, may I point out, has what Sean Hannity and all the other dipsy doodles on that network, when they accuse a group of people or target one particular person. No other network who talks about a particular person or a particular group elicits the response from their viewers that Fox does. Because, let's see, we've had the Pizzagate scandal, we've had doctors who perform abortions being assassinated or attempted assassinations because of the language used by Fox News hosts. So, no, you're agreeing with these people on air. I mean, if you listen to someone say Margaret Brennan, she'll clap back. She will, and she certainly won't agree with them and, pretend that she's on their side. She might not clap back all the time, but she will never actually openly agree with the insanity that's spewing. So, no, it's not like any other news organization. So, Dominion released some excerpts of quotes of Fox News hosts basically not believing the shit they say on air. Let's see. Sidney Powell went on to Laura Ingram's show and spouted her brand of insanity, and Laura Ingram seemed to be going along with it, agreeing with her. But in private, Sidney Powell is lying, by the way. I caught her. It's insane. Tucker Carlson wrote to Laura Ingram on November 18th. Sidney is a complete nut. No one will work with her. Ditto with Rudy, meaning Rudy Giuliani, and that's Ingram's response to Tucker. So yeah, they say do one thing on the air, which we already knew from the text messages that were released concerning the January 6th riots. They're on air basically promoting not promoting, but cheering on the riots and cheering on Trump. But in the background, they're pleading with Trump to stop this insanity. So that is one proof. Let's see. Now, that doesn't mean they don't ever clap back. I mean, I have actually seen it, which my jaw drops whenever I see it, because when did that start happening? But Carlson talked to Powell and said, "You keep telling our viewers that millions of votes were changed by the software. I hope you approve that very soon. You've convinced them that Trump will win. If you don't have conclusive evidence of fraud at that scale, it's a cruel and reckless thing to keep saying." So on the one hand, they are telling her that, you shouldn't be saying it if it's false, but they're still agreeing with her. I hope that you are right. So, kind of a clapback, sort of, kind of. Anyway. And then there was Carlson and Hannity talking about getting a Fox reporter fired because they dared to fact check. Because God forbid we would fact check the dear leader, meaning Trump. All right. So let's see. The filing alleges Carlson and Sean Hannity floated the idea of pressuring network leaders to fire White House correspondent Jacques Heinrich after she fact-checked a tweet from Trump promoting some of the Dominion claims. The filing says Carlson told Hannity, "Please get her fired. Seriously, what the fuck? I'm actually shocked. It needs to stop immediately, like tonight. It's measurably hurting the company. The stock price is down. Not a joke." So, if you needed any proof that they care more about their bottom line than being truthful with viewers, they just want what will bring in the eyeballs. They don't actually care if they're hurting anybody. They just want the views. Hannity then told Carlson, what the heck? Sorry, the article jumped. So Hannity then told Carlson, "I'm 3 strikes. Wallace shit debate. Election night a disaster. Now this BS? Nope, not gonna fly. Did I mention Cavuto?" So I wonder what their problem was with Neil Cavuto. Which, by the way, Wallace, well, he is no longer with Fox News because, just like Shepard Smith, he finally decided that integrity is more important than working at Fox News, which has decided they don't have any. So, and Cavuto is another straight up journalist. So, let's see. After White House correspondent Kristen Fisher fact-checked claims that Powell and Giuliani made at a November 19th, 2020 press conference, Dominion claims that Fox executives were not pleased. Washington Bureau Chief Brian Bolton allegedly called Fisher and told her that she needed to do a better job of respecting our audience, because nothing says respecting your audience than out and out lying to them. Ay, ay, ay. And Fox was worried about losing ground to channels like Newsmax, which is as crazy as Fox News is. Newsmax is a whole nother level of crazy. I mean, their reporter went to the White House briefing and asked to Karine John Perrine what if Joe Biden is woke. And I don't know if she bothered to respond to that. I have no idea. Hopefully she's like, what the hell are you talking about? Because generally you ask people, what do you mean by woke? And they fumble and they stumble. And I have a video about woke. Because they know. They say if they use the term woke, they hope it triggers the libs, and hopefully they'll get into a fight where there's no actual definition of terms. Whereas if you ask them straight out, suddenly they have to admit that they're pieces of shit, because woke means caring about minorities of any ilk, whether it be racial or sexual or gender minorities, but caring about people who don't look like them. So they have to use the term woke, and they can't expound on that because of that very thing. So yeah, that's Newsmax. So because as crazy as some of the Fox News questions are on the press briefings, they don't come nearly to that level of crazy. So anyway, let's see. So Dominion alleges Carlson texted a producer on his weeknight primetime show, "Do the executives understand how much credibility and trust we've lost with our audience? We're playing with fire, for real. An alternative like Newsmax could be devastating to us." So they're worried about losing credibility and trust because they're not as crazy as Newsmax. I don't think Tucker knows what words mean. I really don't. Anyway. In an exchange among executives 1 week after the election, Lauren Peterson, the president of Fox Business Network, purportedly wrote of Newsmax, "They definitely have a strategy across all shows to try to target and steal our viewers." Dominion further alleged that Jay Wallace, the president of Fox News Channel, at one point wrote, "The Newsmax surge is a bit troubling. Truly is an alternative universe when you watch, but it can't be ignored." So they know that what they're spouting is crazy, and that they have to go even crazier because people are tiring of the Fox News brand of crazy, and they're moving to the even more crazy Newsmax. And here's one for those who, like me, who think that Rupert Murdoch is Satan's spawn. When Rupert Murdoch watched Rudy Giuliani and Sidney Powell make false claims of electoral fraud on November 19, 2020, he told Fox News Media CEO Suzanne Scott, "Terrible stuff, damaging everybody, I fear," according to the filing. On January 5, 2021, a day before the deadly attack on the U.S. Capitol by Trump supporters, Murdoch wrote to Scott saying, "It's been suggested our primetime 3 should independently or together say something like the election is over and Joe Biden won, and that such a statement would go a long way to stop the Trump myth that the election was stolen." Since the 2020 election, Murdoch has publicly distanced himself from Trump, and the network has grown increasingly critical of the former president, some of its programming favoring other leading Republican candidates. Murdoch separately told Fox News leadership that Giuliani was to be taken with a very large grain of salt, and bemoaned the fact that former New York City mayor was advising Trump in the post-election period. Now, I don't know, because I don't watch Fox News. I mean, you couldn't pay me enough to do that. That would probably be my version of hell, is to have to listen to it. But I don't think they ever did. So they don't even listen to Rupert Murdoch, because I don't recall them ever saying that the election's over, Joe Biden's president. Maybe I missed something. I could easily have missed something, because like I say, I try not to pay attention to Fox News because I don't want my blood pressure to go through the roof. So I could have easily missed it. So Fox is, of course, prepping its defense, and Dominion has to show actual malice or reckless disregard for the truth. A legal precedent that has been a high bar to clear for parties suing media companies and other publishers in recent years. However, it's true. I mean, you just have to see the text messages from January 6th, which Dominion did not have to provide because it's already in public record, that Fox News knew damn well what they were doing. They were purposely giving this disinformation just so they could keep viewers. So viewers could remain outraged, I guess. I mean, I don't know why would you want your viewership to be this unruly mob who's afraid of their own shadow because Democrats exist? I mean, I don't understand what they think they're doing. I even saw a quote saying that that Tucker Carlson claimed that, oh, our audience are good people, they wouldn't believe this. Now, granted, this was probably said before January 6th, but even before January 6th, Pizzagate was a thing. An abortion doctor was assassinated. On what planet does Tucker live that he thinks that what they say on the show isn't being taken seriously? I mean, I know that in court, Fox News has claimed that, oh, well, we can't be held liable because you have to be pretty out of it you have to be pretty stupid or pretty crazy to believe that what we're saying is truthful and not entertainment. And that's usually how they get away with shit. But I don't know. At what point do you point to these people, so many people trusting what they say? And not the news portion, but Hannity and Tucker and Laura. At what point does a judge look at that and say, yeah, you might think that, and that might be your intent, but obviously your audience does believe every word that comes out of your mouth. So, no, even if that's your intent, it's obviously not working like that. So, let's see. Some hosts viewed the president's claims skeptically, others viewed them hopefully, Fox's filing reads. All recognize them as profoundly newsworthy. And that might be true. That might be true. But what is the president, and which, by the way, he didn't get the fact that the Dominion voting machines are rigged from nowhere. You know, this is a circle jerk. Fox News says something, Trump picks it up, Fox News amplifies it, and it's just, and somewhere along the lines, Rudy has something to do with it, because he's also certifiably insane. But, seriously, okay, yeah, some hosts probably did. Those were probably the ones that you would call journalists. You know, the parts of the Fox News that most people don't watch. Because, you know, Rupert Murdoch even said maybe we should get the big three to say that Joe Biden won. So he acknowledges how much power Laura Ingraham, Tucker Carlson, Sean Hannity have. So that doesn't, if you're saying that these people have power, then you can't go back and say, oh, well, we've had some hosts be critical. Yeah, which ones? Obviously not the big three. So, they're critical behind the scenes, but they're not critical on air. So, yeah, you can't have it both ways. You can't say, oh, these hosts that nobody's ever heard of, or these journalists that nobody watches, they're the ones who are critical. Well, that's not going to do anybody any good if the prevailing narrative is that Dominion is the bad guy. And that's what Fox viewers see. So, yeah, it's like they want to have it both ways. They want to be entertainment, but yet they also recognize how powerful they are. It doesn't work like that. Let's see. I believe that is all I have for this article. But yeah, on the one hand, I hope this takes Fox News down. Of course, if that happens, those people who are still viewing Fox News are probably going to wonder what the hell happened to their news channel, and I'm sure there some sort of conspiracy theory will rise up, because it's not like Fox News is going to tell their viewers what's going on. Maybe to make it sound like they're the poor little victims, but I don't think they're even going to do that, because I had a conversation on Twitter with some mega nut, and he didn't even know that there was a lawsuit by Dominion. So if you're getting all your news from Fox News, yeah, you probably don't even know about this lawsuit. So if Fox News were to go under, you wouldn't know about it, except that you can't watch Fox News, and you'll have no understanding why, until the conspiracy nuts get to you, which you'll believe, because if you actually cared about the truth, you wouldn't be only watching Fox News to begin with. So hopefully, I know I have at least one Fox News viewer amongst my views. So hopefully this will teach you that, yeah, maybe I shouldn't be watching Fox News, because I don't know what's worse, the fact that they're spouting this stuff, or the fact that they don't actually believe it and are still spouting it. Probably the latter, because at least if you're a true believer, okay, fine. I still pity you for the lack of oxygen to your brain, but at least you're being sincere. But to con people into believing all this bullshit and causing all this destruction that it's causing, yeah, no. No, this just, the only reason that I don't want Fox News to go away is because then it'll be completely replaced by Newsmax. And there's another one. There's another crazy right-wing media channel, which I can't think of at the moment, but which are even crazier than Fox News. So, on the one hand, Fox News is doing a horrible, horrible, horrible thing, so I want them to go down. On the other hand, they'll be replaced by something even worse. So I have mixed emotions about how I want this to go. But anyway, that is it for this video, and I will be back with a video on Donald Trump and the Proud Boys, which that's an even better one. That's even more fun. So with that, I will see you next time.